Today I'm ranking the top Medicare supplements for 2024. Stay tuned to the end where I'm going to share my favorite company going into 2024, and it's not what you would think. When it comes to Medicare supplement plans or Medigap plans, they are the same. It's a secondary insurance that supplements your original Medicare, which if you don't know, Part A is your hospital coverage, and that typically doesn't cost anything per month to have because you either worked 40 quarters or 10 years. Part B, on the other hand, which is your medical coverage, this year in 2024 is going to cost about $174.70 a month for most seniors. Those two together, Part A and Part B, are what they call original Medicare, which pays 80% of all hospital and medical bills. This is where the Medicare supplement or Medigap plan comes in and pays that other 20% for you. Each lettered plan covers differently. Now I know that sounds confusing, but if you break it down, there's really only two options that make sense that add value to your coverage in 2024. Before I break down what those two best Medicare supplement plans are in 2024, it's important to know a few things that are going to be the same regardless of what plan that you pick. The first thing is that these supplement plans are non-network plans, so they can't restrict where you go to get medical help. So you can go to any doctor, any hospital in the country as long as they accept Medicare. Another important thing to know is with all these Medicare supplement plans, they don't require prior authorization, so you won't have to receive any type of referral to go and see a specialist. One other important thing to know is that these benefits don't change from company to company. So if you sign up for a Medicare Supplement Plan G with United Healthcare, it's going to be the exact same coverage as a Medicare Supplement Plan G with Aetna. And that's because Medicare decides what these plans cover, and then all these different insurance companies get to decide how much they charge for them. But there is a few things that you want to watch out for, and at the end of this video, I'm going to get into my favorite company in 2024. Now that you know that, let's take a look at what I think is the best two Medicare supplement plans going into 2024, which is Medicare Supplement Plan G and Plan N. Ever since Plan F stopped being available to Medicare beneficiaries back in 2020, Plan G has been the most popular supplement going into 2024 because it's so similar to the Plan F. And in my opinion, if I had to enroll into Medicare right now, I would choose Plan G over Plan F. The only difference between Plan G and Plan F is that Plan G doesn't cover that $240 Part B deductible. After you pay that deductible, you have 100% coverage no matter what. So you won't be out any more expenses the rest of the year. I believe that's why Medicare Supplement Plan G has become so popular going into 2024. The next most popular Medicare supplement plan is Plan N. Just like on the Plan G, with a Plan N, you still have to meet that $240 deductible each year. There are a couple differences, but I'm going to focus on one, which is the Part B excess charge. The Part B excess charge is what surgeons and providers are allowed to charge over top of what Medicare says that they're allowed to charge. We typically see this in rare situations where someone gets diagnosed with cancer. So say you got diagnosed with cancer and you had $1 million worth of cancer bills. Well, once Medicare pays 80%, well, you could be responsible to pay up to 15% of that bill. But I don't mean to scare you, that's very unlikely and rare, but it is enough for me. If I had to decide right now, I would go with Plan G over Plan N. Before I share with you my favorite company going into 2024, I want to share one more important thing with you. When looking at different Medicare supplement companies, it's important to make sure that you can health qualify. When you decide to enroll, you're going to have to answer a series of health questions, and that company can deny you if they see something that they don't like. But it is important to know that in your initial enrollment period, they cannot deny you, which is the time period when you're first getting onto Medicare. You have 3 months before your 65th birthday, your 65th birth month, and then 3 months after you turn 65. During this time, you don't have to answer any health questions, and that company has to take you. They cannot deny you. Okay, as promised, I want to share my favorite Medicare supplement carrier to go with going into 2024. It's a company called Medico. The reason I like this company is because they take less rate increases than most companies, which is a huge deciding factor in what Medicare supplement carrier that you should pick. Because all these different insurance companies are allowed to raise their rates each year. And what I've found in my personal experience is the bigger the name, the bigger the rate increase. If you decide to go with a company like Medico, I can't make any promises, but down the road, you're going to see a bunch of savings. Because when all these big insurance companies are taking their big rate increases, you're going to be taking little rate increases, and that adds up over years. Thank you guys so much for watching. Do me 2 favors. 1, comment below, what do you think is the most confusing part about Medicare? And number 2, like this video and subscribe to my channel. It goes a long way of allowing me to reach more people just like you. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you more than you know. I'll see you in the next video.